till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing all things pole work. So Joey and I, we actually have a photo shoot with Horse and Rider magazine and we're doing an article all about pole work. So I thought today's video would be a really fun one because it's something that you can probably do with your ponies or riding school ponies or lone ponies at home. Give it a go. We're going to be trying it out today. I don't actually know what sort of pole work we're doing, so I'm gonna have to wait and find out to see. I've got an instructor that's gonna be teaching me that I've never met before, so that'll be super exciting. It'll be interesting to see what she thinks of Joey, and hopefully Joey is a good boy for the photo shoot today. So anyway, I'm just gonna grab all of my stuff, put it in the horse box, and then give Joey a groom because he's literally just rolled just before a photo shoot, of course. So I'm not actually sure, this is how indecisive I am of what saddle pad to have. It's like, girl, how many shades of blue and navy can you have? But I do have, like, you can see this kind of top here. Okay, also, I don't know if I'm going to be riding in my jumping saddle or in my dressage saddle, so I'm bringing both just in case. I want to be prepared. So I have a selection of pads. I'll see which one they prefer. If they want something that's a bit more of a pop of colour, like we have the new J Blue, which is a little bit lighter, or if we want something a little bit more kind of professional, we have the navy. So I'm just going to bring a load and see how I feel this afternoon when we get there. But I've got a selection, Next, I am grabbing my helmet, don't fall off. I'm going for my navy gloss and silver halo, which I've actually put some new liners in. If you didn't know, the Charles Owen helmets, you can actually take the liners out and put them in the washing machine. So if you're like me, have a super sweaty head. So I have a brand new one in here, so I'm going to be christening it today. It's going to have its first use for the photo shoot, but I have had actually this helmet pretty well. I do get a lot of questions about the gloss ones, like if they scratch, but I've had this one for 3 years now, I want to say. So actually for a helmet that's quite a long time because you are supposed to replace them after every 4 or 5 years depending on how much you use it, because yeah, they do go out of date. But anyway, going to be using this one, which is nice and shiny. I did actually give it a clean the other day when I did a cleaning video here. So my tack room, it's actually looking pretty tidy for once. So yeah, let's pop that in. What else do I need? I need my boots. Actually, I should probably do Joey's tack. I normally do this in a really good order, but I have been prepared actually, because Joey's bridle, his saddle, I cleaned it all last night after we actually had a jumping lesson yesterday, and he was a really good boy. So hopefully he's on top form today for the photo shoot, but knowing horses, they always like to play up on big days. Joey likes to think he's really funny. He likes to be a little practical joker, but anyway, I'm gonna grab that and put it in the horse box. So I did clean my dressage girth the other day, but I did not put any leather conditioner on afterwards. So I'm just gonna quickly wipe some of that on there. This stuff is like magic, so it makes a real big difference. The only problem is Joey has been molting lately, and there's loads of little Joey hairs on the girth. Luckily it's on the inside, so when I'm riding you can't see that, but I think I'm gonna have to get like a little toothpick or something to get those hairs out, because it does look a little gross. I promise, I spent so long trying to clean them all out, but I think a toothpick might actually work quite well, because look, they're just like ingrained in there. I don't think I've ever actually gone somewhere where I've brought both my dressage saddle and my jump saddle, because although I'd say I'm more of a show jumper, I do love doing flat work in a dressage saddle, and I'm not really an eventer, although I would love to do some combined training with Joey at some stage. I think that would be really good fun. But if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that Joey has been in and out of injuries, but he is now back and feeling better than ever, so hopefully we might be able to do that at some stage. Right, I'm going to put dressage at the top and jumping at the bottom. In you go. There we go. We're in. Now I have my jumping saddle with my stud girth. Again, I don't really know if we're doing more like dressage pole work or jumping pole work, so I'm going to bring both just in case. I want to be prepared. Let's try and fit these in. There should be enough room, but we do have a gas canister in here for camping, so we might have to move that. Let's shimmy you in. It's in. It fits. Nice. I have got the horse. To be fair, he's not that dirty. I did see him roll like 5 minutes ago, but he's looking clean. He's looking all right. Hello, would you like to give me a groom? Oh, you spotted something. What are you looking at? Introducing the new 2024 Joey colour scheme. I'll know that a lot of you will probably comment, oh my gosh, Joey's looking so much lighter. Let me know if you do think he looks lighter, because I don't think he looks that different. Like, he's definitely, like, his face is a bit whiter, but his legs are still pretty dark. The mud does come sold separately with the Joey 2024 colour scheme. I'm gonna try and get that off now. Oh dear. He's like, girl, stop talking to the camera. I need my attention. I need to be the sole star of the show. Yes. Now, I did give Joey's mane a tidy up last week because I was like, if I've got a photo shoot, I want him to look smart, but I also don't want to do it like the day before in case it looks awful. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Could probably be a little bit better because I'm not a professional horse stylist, but you know what? I'm happy with it. And I've made a new little bridle path for him, so hopefully it doesn't go flopping everywhere, hey? Oh, you've got a bug on your... They always love going on their star. Oh no, I've squished it and there's like bug juice on your star. Oh no. Even though you can't really see your star anymore because you've got so light. But when I first got him, he did have a white star. He had a little circle right there. And then it just got whiter and whiter. But we still have quite a bit of dark bit here. And he's getting a few little freckles as well. I say freckles, they're little flea bitten bits. But I think he'll look very cute flea bitten with little freckles. Little cute freckles. They're all the rage at the moment. Everyone's drawing them on. All the makeup artists. Yes, you're on trend, Joey. All right, so I don't rush. I'm gonna quickly finish off grooming Joey and then I'll see you on the road in the horse box on the way to our pole work. We are now in the horse box. Joey's in the back, currently enjoying his Silvermore haylage for his lunch. I've got my Marmite sandwich and I'll see you guys when we're there. Once we had arrived, it was then time to tack up Joey, get on him and give him a good old warm up. It was also really funny because at Tania's place they have huge mirrors which are so useful, especially for when you're riding. You can look at yourself, it can really help you with your straightness. So Joey had a good old nose at those, and then it was time to get him cantering, nice and warmed up. So the first exercise that we did was actually with these poles set out in a hexagon, and we did it in walk first just so he could have a little bend through. I could get my eye in for where we were going, and then we moved up to trot. You can slowly see as each time we do it we get a little bit better. Also, the poles are so great. You can see Joey really using his hind end. He's picking up his legs, and with it being on a little bit of a curve, it's really good for getting him to bend as well. Then of course we had to change the rein, do it on the other side, and it's always really interesting when working with horses to see which side they find easier, if they're kind of left-handed or right-handed. Then after a little bit of a chat with Tania about what we could work on, how we can do things better, we did it in canter, and then we also did it in trot. We did lots of different bits and bobs because it was a photo shoot and they wanted to get lots of different angles, lots of different paces and gaits. It goes to show that things aren't always perfect, because here's Joey absolutely obliterating that pole, so Tania had to quickly run in and save the day and quickly put it back where it belongs, because me and Joey were cantering around. We were ready to come round again. So it goes to show things don't always go perfectly, but in the end we really managed to crack this exercise, and it's definitely one that I want to try at home again at some time with him because it was so beneficial for both of us as a partnership. We also then got the drone up because, again, this was a photo shoot for Horse and Rider magazine, so they wanted to get some drone angles as well, which was super cool. We also did the exercise in lots of different gaits, so we did it in trot, in a smaller circle, we did it in canter, in a bigger circle, demonstrating that lots of different horses from lots of different levels can do this exercise. We then went from point to point and we actually did a little halt in the center here, as you can see. So again, this is really good for working on your horse's downward transitions, which is definitely something me and Joey need to work on. But overall, I was so proud of him. He was so well behaved all day. So well done, Joey, and thank you so much to the team at Horse and Rider magazine and Tania for the awesome pole work session. It's now a new day, and oh my goodness, Joey and I had so much fun doing that pole work clinic with Tania. So thank you, Tania, for having us. But for the rest of the video, I thought we would go through some more pole work ideas because I actually picked up Tania's book, and this isn't an ad, but I don't want to take credit for the pole work ideas because in this book there's actually 54. Now, We aren't going to be going through 54 different activities because if not, today's video will be going on for centuries. But I thought we would go through 5 more that I really enjoy that I've been doing with Joey recently and that I think is really good for your horses. And I don't know if anybody else is like this, but sometimes, especially over the summer, there are days where I go into the arena and I'm like, I do not know what I want to do with my horses. I have no inspiration. What do I do? So if you ever get like that, come back to this video and come and watch it, and we are going to be going through 5 more pole work activities. Anyway, time to go and set out the poles. Now you might see that we have our beautiful new jump area. If you haven't seen that cleaning video, part of my spring cleaning series, go and watch that after this because it's very satisfying. But anyway, this is where all my poles are kept. Now if you are somebody that maybe doesn't have many poles, then these exercises that I'm going to show you is for you, because a lot of them you don't really need more than 3 or 4 poles, especially if you're also like me and a little bit lazy and hate having to set out all the poles. But anyway, I'm going to grab some now and set up the first exercise. Welcome to the wave exercise. I really like this one because you can do lots of different things with it. So to start with, we have 3 poles. The 2 of them are a little bit shifted upwards, and if you want to know the gap, it is 5 kind of steps like this. So what I think is quite nice is this one. It really tests your straightness because you could go over just the single pole. You could go over, if you come over here, there are 2 poles. This one's actually a canter stride, so you could canter through quite nicely. And then if you go in the middle, you actually have some trotting poles. So lots of different things. You could even maybe do like a little exercise in walk. This would be really getting your horse to be nice and straight, and you could walk kind of like a little wiggle in between. So you can come up with lots of different creative ideas when it comes to pole work. And yeah, this one I think is going to be really fun to do with Joey.
Like always, I give Joey a good old warm up in walk, trot and canter on both reins, and once I've done that, it's then time to pop through the poles. And this exercise here was really good to start with as it really helped us get our eye in.
Next up we have the triangle, and again this one you can do it in so many different ways. I quite like going from wide to skinny, and again really working on your straightness, going over that point at the end, or you can do it the other way around and do it backwards. So let me run over here, or you could go from a point and then go to the wide part. I also really like doing this exercise on a circle because you can go in so many different ways. So say you could do this on a 20-meter circle, you could do it on a 10-meter circle, and you can then pop on through and then come around. I quite like to do this one in canter. So you could do a little circle like this, and then you could switch it up. You could carry on going round, and then you could change the rein over it. So again, only 3 poles and lots of different possibilities.
One of the reasons why I love the triangle exercise so much is because you can do it on a straight line, work on your straightness, but also you can do it on a circle as well. And me and my instructor always say that circles are for training and straight lines are for testing. So again, you can do lots of different combinations. It's great for changing the rein, and again, you can do this in trot or canter.
The next one you could probably either call the square or the diamond, and this requires 4 poles, which is very easy to set out, especially if you have a non-horsey friend or parent who you're like, can you just put it out in a square? There's no like pacing or that kind of thing. It's just the size of the poles, unless you have a pole like mine, which is split in half where Casper trod on it, so maybe don't use broken poles. But anyway, continuing on, this one I really like because again you can work on your straightness. You can do this in trot, you can do it in canter, you can even do it in walk. This one actually is a really good exercise that I like to do, is where you could trot on through, and then when you get to the center you could practice halting in the middle. So that would be really good for my dressage people. If you're like a good halt salute, again working on your transitions, then you can trot on out. This one you could also do on a circle, so I quite like the idea of kind of coming round this way, and then you could also change the rein in the middle here, or you could carry on your circle. And again, a little bit like the triangle, you could also do a little bit of a circle where you come in over the yellow and then you could come round and then come out this way. So again, Lots of different possibilities.
With this exercise, I always like to keep my horses on their toes and do something a little bit different each time I go through. So sometimes I like to trot a circle, I can also do this in canter. And an exercise that I did with Joey on this, which I absolutely loved, was actually halting in the middle, so trotting in and halting. So that was really helping us work on our downward transitions, which sometimes can be a little bit sloppy, but here he actually did it pretty nicely. Might need to work on our straightness though, that wasn't quite perfect.
Next up we have the zigzag, which again you can trot on down the middle, work on your straightness. It's got kind of the points as well, so a little bit like the triangle. You could do like a little circle coming through this way, or my personal favourite, I love doing this one, but in walk. I feel like walk is a gait or a pace that everyone always forgets about, but it's really important, especially for dressage, because you get double points for walk. But this is one I like to do with Joey at the end of the session, maybe when we're cooling down. It really picks his legs up. So what I like to do is go over the first one, go on round, do a little tight circle, maybe not this tight, but I'm walking it, so I don't want it to go on forever, and then go up onto my next one, and then go up and round, do a little bit of a loop, and then up over the last one. You could also do that in trot as well, maybe not quite that tight, but yes, zigzag is one of my personal faves, and again I really like you doing that one in walk.
The zigzag is a great one for really getting your horse to lift up their legs and use their hind end. Again, looking at these clips from the drone, I need to work on our straightness.
Now this next exercise is really easy to set up, but is definitely a little bit more on the technical side, and that is just grabbing 2 poles, you only need 2, putting them down the long side, and it can be any distance you like. I quite like to give myself quite a bit of space, and what I do is I will canter down there and count how many canter strides it is, and then I'll try and add a canter stride, try and shorten up my canter, and then I'll try and go through again and take away a canter stride to make it a little bit longer. And this is really good for making your canter a little bit more adjustable. If this is a bit too technical for you, you can still do it in trot and work on your trot work as well. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites that I use all the time with Joey, and we're still working on it. It's not perfect, but it definitely makes, if for my show jumpers out there, this is one for you. So there we have it. They are my top 5 favourite polework exercises. The last one isn't actually in the book. That is one that I've been taught by multiple different show jumping instructors, but it's one of my favourites that I use all the time. But I just want to say a huge thank you to Tania for the polework lesson, also for all the incredible polework ideas. As I said before, there's 54 in the book and there are so many more, so I want to give the credit to Tania because she has come up with these incredible ideas. But anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for watching today's video. Let me know if you would like to see another video like this with some more that are maybe a little bit more technical, maybe involve a few more poles, because all the ones that I've showed you at home today, the maximum amount of poles you need is 4, which I feel like isn't that much. There are some in here and there's a lot, like the one on the back. Look at all the poles there. But anyway, thank you so much everybody for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see another video from me, click over here. Also, if you haven't seen the new cleaning, stable renovation, spring cleaning video of me doing the arena and all the jumps and sorting that out, watch that as well, because that is a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!